Hi everyone, thank you for being able to join, and thank you so much, Hilary. I'm hoping you guys will be able to see this and you are familiar with Canvas, the homepage. So I'm just going to share my screen just to get started. Okay, so this should be your Module 1 Canvas site. And this presentation will follow three elements. It will be the key information on the homepage and how to find your readings for those with an SSO and those without your SSO access as well. And those will be the three elements for this presentation. So to start off with, we have the homepage over here. And you'll have a short welcome introduction. And over here, the jump to links are where you can have quick access to any of the key information for the course. So about the module, where I'll just left click now, will give you information about who will be teaching the course and a brief overview and the learning outcomes as well. So over here, we can see the listed faculty as well with email addresses as well. And for those that are interested, they can also click faculty profile as well to get some more background into them. And I will be clicking home on the left-hand side here to navigate back to the home page. On the how to prepare section, this will be some brief instructions that the faculty professors would like you to prepare for the course. So this is a very important page to look at before coming to class, because this will give you the best preparation when you attend the class. So for instance, for this particular course, you have a small paragraph of reading regarding expectations, and then you have the list of readings and prioritize pre-reading as well. And at the very bottom of this page, you do have access to the reading list via the Orlo link and via the pre-work pages as well, which I will follow on in the presentation later on. So going back to home again. And you have your assessment link as well, and your timetable link as well. I'll let you click on the links for more information at your own time. But for the reason of the presentation, I'll just carry on. This is where you can also see the timetable. And under this heading, academic skills and support, feel free to go through these links in your own time. Academic skills will give you access to the general school information sites on what skills could be useful for this particular site. And there are links also for library services, IT support, student wellbeing, and tracking your progress on Canvas. And at the bottom are some key information for your program team, which is Hilary over here, and your assessment team as well. And if I go over to the left-hand menu, this is modules. Now, what I like to think of modules is as a book of contents for the whole course. So when you click modules, it will be organized in a chronological order. So you have your key information section here and the relevant page listed here. And then you also have your pre-work section here and the relevant page listed here. And you can click in and out as needed. So if I am to go to the previous page, for instance, this will bring us back to the assessment. And if I need to go back to modules again, I'm just clicking on the left-hand side. And it brings us back to modules. Now, I will next, for this part of the presentation, I will go through how to access readings without an SSO access. So this is relevant, particularly during Module 1, if those that do not have the SSO access. From Module 2 onwards, you should all have your SSO access. And so for those that do not have the SSO access, if you are on the home page, you can click to pre-SSO access to readings. And this is via the pre-work pages. And the lists are here. So for instance, we can click on day 1 and we have our day overview, some questions to think about, and the particular readings. Now, the particular readings are linked here, and if you are to left click, this is how you will be able to get access to some of the readings. So I'm just going to left click there, and that is where we have access to the reading. And for instance, again, let's go for this particular video here. And that's opened up the relevant page. So going back to here. Now, for those that do have your SSL access, and this will be going forwards how your courses will be structured, you will be on the home page. There are 2 different options that you can use. So you can click reading list, which will open up the reading list like so. So this is Orlo. And over here, we can open the tabs as needed. And you have your view online links to see the particular readings. So for instance, if I am to go for this particular reading, if I'm just clicking view online here, and it gives me access to the particular reading. Alternatively, I'm going to go back to the Canvas site now. You can also go via the pre-work pages. So for instance, if you want to prepare by doing the day 1 preparation first, then you can click the pre-work pages. And
Adam,
yeah.
Adam, sorry, it's Ant here. I don't know whether it's the same for everybody, but on the screen that you're presenting, there's a big lozenge, the pop-up that says this meeting is being recorded. And I think you can get rid of it if you press OK. But at the moment, it's kind of obscuring where you're moving your mouse and stuff, if that's useful.
Let me have a look. Thank you so much for raising that. And just bear with me 1 second. I'm going to see if I can stop sharing and see if I can get rid of that. I don't have that particular option.
I think it's more from a user perspective. I was able to get rid of it on my screen. So I think it's more on the other side, whoever is viewing it, that's a pop-up from Zoom. So just close that part of it and you'll be in a position to see it.
Thank you so much for sharing, Karthik. Has that worked for you? Okay, fantastic. Let me get back onto here. And if you were to prepare for the pre-work via the day pages, similarly again, for your SSL access, you will find it at the bottom of the page. And this will bring up a specific section just for the day 1 readings. And again, it will be view online links are listed there. And that is essentially the majority of Canvas and where to find your readings and the key information on the home page as well. So I will stop sharing and open the floor to any questions and hand back over to Hilary.
Thank you so much, Adam. Any questions from the Stream 2 cohort?
Thank you very much. Here is Angela. Thank you very much. That was really helpful. I have 2 questions. Number 1 is, I noticed on the modules that you're going to have the set of slides. Obviously, I think this is going to be uploaded. Is that uploaded before? We can have a look before it started, or it's going to be on the day of the starting? How does that work?
So slides obviously are something that we encourage faculty to give to us the week prior. Some faculty reserve the right to not use slides. I think this time we're okay. Some people like to obviously have a teaching style that they don't want to reveal everything before they teach. You're led on a journey, so they don't want to give the answer away. However, for slides that we do have and we have permission to upload, they will go in the file section, and I'll let you know when they are there. But it's worth checking back. For the slides before sessions, we'll upload them if they do come in on the day. So when you're in lectures, just keep refreshing that tab and you'll find that they are there. But we do endeavour to put them up in advance.
Oh, that's really helpful. Thank you. And the second question is about, I particularly like to have the physical book with me. And I know Boydland Library we're going to have access to a card as a student. Is that, for example, for the assessments, for example, when we receive the questions for the assessments, is that something we can have, the access to the Boydland Library to go there and physically take the book? How does that work in terms of researching materials and etc.?
Of course. So during your first module week, we will be giving you 2 cards. One of them is an access to the SCI Business School, which is actually your screensaver, Adam, behind all your so you can see the business school behind Adam. But your other card will be access for the wider university, including the libraries. So we have a library called the Sainsbury Library within the SCI Business School, and some of the texts will be there. For the other texts, you're welcome to go to the Bodleian and order, and you can discuss with them about what you would like access to. We do, during Module 1, have a brilliant session with Hal, who is a fantastic librarian, and he will talk to you much more about how to navigate the library system. We have hundreds of libraries here in Oxford, and they're collected under Bodleian Libraries as an umbrella term, including the actual Bodleian. So I really do encourage you to use as many of the libraries as you can. It really does give a certain flavour to your learning. And yes, I concur. I like the physical as much as I do the virtual. So a hybrid way of working is always good, isn't it?
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your question. Karthik, you've got your hand up, and then Kieran.
This should be hopefully straightforward. I've been trying to see whether I can, I'm using Canva on my iPad, which helps me to read and focus on it. Is there a way by which I can download it in offline app mode? I don't know whether that's something which you guys can show it or not. I was struggling with that part of it alone. There are certain bits which are getting downloaded automatically into the file section. So when I'm traveling, I'm able to see it, but some of them are still accessible only when I'm online.
Hilary, am I okay to answer that one?
Yeah, I was going to knock it to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Karthik. That's a very good question. Regarding some of the readings, unfortunately, some of the access is only available online. So where we can download files due to copyright and licensing restrictions, we do host them on Canvas. But if it's restricted on the supplier side and we can only provide links to some of those files, then that's the only available option, copyright compliant. And that's potentially the reason why some of the files are downloading and some of them are not. To follow up, also, you mentioned you're using the iPad as well. I know that from a discussion with another Ember student, they had an issue with the app version. I do highly recommend the web browser application or accessing Canvas through the web browser for full functionality.
Gotcha. For the pre-reading material, this is far more convenient than picking
Absolutely.
up your switching on your laptop and going through a browser mode. But yeah, thanks for that.
Thank you, Karthik. And Kieran.
One question that might overlap with the one just covered was around kind of what's visible in the app versus the web browser version. Aside from like functionality specific points, would all of the content be visible in the app that is available on the browser if I'm mainly using the app, or is there a real need to use the browser based one? I'm just thinking I use it on my phone most of the time.
That is an excellent question. With majority of the content, it should be available via the app, but we do know that the full functionality doesn't work. And I will just share with you any potential, for example, with the Canvas web application, we have various integrations with other platforms. One of is such is Cortex, which doesn't work as well on the application. And what we tend to do is pop a note on the homepage of anything we're aware of that may be impacted by the app, which is mobile access. So for instance, links to Cortex resources may not be accessible via the mobile app. So we do, if we're aware, we do try to share that information with you guys. But if something isn't working, please do share with us.
Thank you. I did have one other quick question, if that's okay, which was regarding the SSOs. I know I've had a bit of trouble getting mine working, and I think it might be activated now. I'm dealing with the IT team on that side of things. But just to check, is there anything that I'd necessarily need the SSO for before starting next week, or is everything else? I know there's the pre-SSO login approach. I just want to check I'm not going to miss out on anything.
Yeah, this is slightly detouring off Canvas, but it's sort of relevant. So basically, your SSO is your single sign-on, and that is a university-wide login. It's therefore released by the central university team. So the best way of describing this to everyone is it's kind of like the federal system in the US. So you have a central university or central government, and then you've got all the different schools, like Surrey Business School, which is obviously part of the university, very much so, but we have our separate system. So this is why we allow you access to Canvas through two ways. So pre-SSO, because often it takes 3 or 4 weeks for the central university to issue it after you've released your deposit. But also then from usually at the end of module 1, most people have got an SSO. And the reason why we then ask you to activate it properly is you cannot submit your assessment unless your SSO is active. And that's through a system called SAMS. So sorry for all the acronyms. Welcome to Oxford. Let's move on quickly. But yes, Kieran, any issues, come and talk to me. And if you've activated your SSO and you need a new password, then I can sort that out for you. Just follow a new link. Jing Lee, you've been very patient there with your hand up.
Thank you very much for the orientation. I'm just curious about the Canvas. How long do we have access to it? I know probably during when I university we will have access, but after graduation, will we still have access to the document linked there?
Sorry, Jane Lee, your microphone was that the same for everyone? It cut out at the beginning. Could you just repeat your question for us?
I'll try to speak closer to my laptop. So my question is, how long do we have access to the Canvas? Do we have it after we graduate as well?
So access is, correct me if I'm wrong, Adam, it'll be for 12 months. So your course is 12 months long. I think there is actually information on the Canvas site about how long that goes on for. Adam, do you want to clarify for me?
I can definitely take a look into that, and then I will get back to Hilary and she'll be able to respond to you. If that's okay.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? How's everyone getting on with the readings?
If I could just jump in. Hi, it's Zeynep, everyone. Really looking forward to seeing you all. Hilary, I had a problem with logging on to the SSO because of my company firewall. Once I downloaded it, it then disabled all my work. And Joe just actually connected me with somebody from IT, and they told me to use the incognito version, and actually that's working. So if anyone else had some issue, try the incognito view. Maybe it'll help. Yeah.
Which browser are you using? Just so, are you using a Google
The
Incognito?
Google, I am using the Google. So I haven't done any of the pre-work, but I did buy the book, physical book, guys. So but you can see it. Well, yeah.
Okay, great.
But hopefully,
If there's anyone really new to AI, I mean, it does help to have a little bit of kind of business experience. Obviously, a lot of you looking at your profiles already have that. But if anyone's very new to AI, that's fine. Just message me and I will send you a couple of physical books that you can go and purchase that really just give you a kind of broad, basic understanding of it. And actually just a couple of readings will be enough really for module 1. The readings there are, you know, there are a lot of them. We don't expect you to read all of them. You do have plenty of time after module 1 to catch up on your reading. But it really is just to lay out the landscape of AI initially. So don't really pressurize yourself to burn through it, but you will get more of an opportunity to get deeper into the subject. So just prepare yourselves, but come and enjoy module 1. Karthik, got one more question.
I'm sorry to be a pain, but will there be an email with respect to logistics in terms of when to report, what to report, especially 1 week ahead? Just thought I'll ask that. The other thing which I thought I'll share on the back of this meeting, this was very helpful, but as a tip, in case somebody's finding it difficult to access Cortex via the web, if you have an app for Cortex, which is already there, and if you use your free login sign on, it works and it downloads all the books automatically onto the app. So that's just a tip.
That's great. Thank you for that tip. That's great. So anyone got an issue with Cortex, then I think there are further instructions on the Canvas site. I'm sorry, I can't see your name. You're just displaying as iPhone.
Oh, sorry, Angela.
Angela, sorry, it's Angela.
It's a
Hello.
new device. I need to put my name on.
That's okay.
Sorry about that. The last question, as you mentioned, is a lot of reading, and I'm prioritizing the day 1 and the essentials ones, because obviously you said we can have more time after. So, and then mark as complete, right? The modules on the Canvas. So what is that the best way through, or yeah? Okay, great.
Absolutely.
Checking.
That's fine. Yeah. So go at your own pace, and obviously
Okay.
go through it systematically. Usually works. Sorry, Karthik, I didn't answer your question. I'll send out another email later this week, and it'll just have all the information you need to navigate your time here in the first week. So where to go. If I quite like using what 3 words, so you know exactly where to go. And just to really clarify, because we've had a few people who've turned up at the Bodleian or somewhere else, but it is the Saïd Business School that you're coming to. So Oxford University is all around you. So if you just put Oxford University in as a destination on Google, it'll take you somewhere quite central. But we are a collegiate university town, and it's a small town, but you'll need to come to the Saïd Business School, and we are the Thatcher Business Education Centre rather than the main entrance. So if you're coming by train, it's very easy. You literally walk across the concourse of the train station, and we're immediately on your left. But I will send out further information so you can find the exact door that you need to come in. But we'll expect you at 8:30 on the 18th. We've got 2 more questions. Gosh, lovely to hear from you all. Babatunde.
Okay. I thank you everyone again. Okay,
hello.
I have been able to log in, but I saw welcome to Canvas, but you don't have any course, so this page won't be exciting for now. Once you've created or sign up for course, you start to see conversation from all of your classmates. What does that mean?
That sounds very much like you may have gone to the wrong Canvas site. So actually, this is a really good question. So thank you for raising it. So just like the university itself, the university has a canvas.ox.ac.uk page. It's not that one. We have a specific SIE Business School Canvas page. So it's Canvas SBS. It's got SBS in it. Adam,
Okay.
you know it off by heart.
It's canvas.sbs.ox.ac.uk. I'll pop it in the chat.
Okay.
But
That's
on the
good.
first welcome email I sent you, there will be 3 links. I'll send those links out again in my second email to you all. But if you follow those links, it'll take you to your course.
Okay. I think I got it now. And it took me to Canvas login, where I have 3 major tab pre-program login, staff login, and alumni login. So that should be the right
so you
one.
can choose your pre-SSO login for
Okay.
now, unless you've
Okay.
got your SSO activated. But for now, it's pre-SSO is probably the easiest. Okay. Any other issues, we can take this offline, but a good overall question to ask, because I think quite a few people get that wrong, which is understandable. Tomo.
So sorry, Hilary, this is not a Canvas related question, but I thought I'd ask because we're here. Dress code for dinner on Thursday, so I know what frock to pack.
Do you know, some program managers are really mean and they tell you to turn up in your sub-fusk and your black robes that make you look like you're from Harry Potter, and then they go, only joking, but I'm not mean. I'm going to be kind. You just have to turn up in essentially business casual. So we have a college dinner and we have drinks, reception, so a couple of social activities. The college dinner is at Trinity College. It's really a beautiful college. So I'm really happy that we managed to secure that space with them. And they've just had a whole renovation of the room that we'll be in. And it really is quite a spectacular college. So some people like to dress up. It's not obligatory. Later on during the diploma, you might want to wear a black tie. But you can decide that as a cohort. But we've had some brilliant pictures of everyone looking very smart on LinkedIn, which you've seen floating around the internet at some point. So some people really like to, but there's no obligation. So as long as you don't turn up in flip-flops and a Hawaiian shirt, you'll be fine.
Thank you.
Okay, I think I can't see any other hands up. So any other questions, please do email me. So on the DIP AI admin email address, you'll come through and we'll pick that up. Obviously, if you've got an IT issue, again, you can email me and I'll direct you towards the IT team, or you can email them yourself. Again, there's a specific IT department rather than central Oxford IT. So do think, IT at SBS, not just the Central University one. So you'll get the hang of this. Don't worry, we're here to support you. It'll all feel very new. And then by the end of it, you'll feel very native to Oxford. It has that strange effect on people. And then you'll never want to leave. We've got our hooks into you now. So we're really excited to meet you all in person. And yes, the 18th doesn't seem that far away. So I hope you've all booked your flights or your transport. And any issues, do let us know and we're here to help you. But otherwise, we'll look forward to seeing you on the 18th.
Thank you very
much, Adam.
Thank you so much, all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Hilary. Thank you, Miss
Cheerio.
Bye.
Bye-bye.